For the best and most immersive experience, we recommend putting on your headphones to fully appreciate the detailed audio design that heightens suspense. Dim the lights in your room to create a darker, more intense atmosphere. Close your eyes and let your imagination paint the scenes, drawing you deeper into the chilling narrative. Prepare yourself for a journey of fear and suspense, and remember, it's only a story. Or isn't it? Ah! The clock on the wall of the 911 call center ticked steadily, a rhythmic reminder of the passing time. The night shift was usually quiet, with only the occasional call breaking the monotony. Sarah Mitchell, a seasoned 911 operator in her early 40s, sat at her desk, her fingers tapping lightly on the keyboard. She was a woman of medium build with short, chestnut brown hair and kind but tired green eyes. Her job was to remain calm, no matter the situation, and she had seen and heard more than most could imagine. Tonight seemed no different than any other night. The hum of the fluorescent lights overhead, the faint sound of traffic from the nearby highway, and the occasional rustle of papers created a background of normalcy. But in the world of emergency response, normalcy could shatter in an instant. At precisely 11:47 p.m., the phone rang. Sarah answered immediately, her voice steady and professional. 911, what's your emergency? The voice on the other end was that of a young girl, trembling and barely above a whisper. Help, please. I'm in the park, he's coming. Sarah's heart skipped a beat. Stay calm, sweetie. Tell me your name and where you are. My name is Lily. I'm at Ridgewood Park, near the playground. The girl's voice was filled with terror. Sarah's fingers flew over the keyboard, dispatching a patrol car to Ridgewood Park. Lily, I've sent help to you. Can you tell me what's happening? There's a man. He's old. He's been following me. Lily's voice broke into a sob. He has a knife. Sarah's blood ran cold. Listen to me, Lily. You need to find a safe place to hide. Can you do that? Ridgewood Park was a sprawling area on the edge of town, filled with large oak trees, winding paths, and a small playground. At this hour, the park was shrouded in darkness, with only a few lampposts casting pools of weak light on the paths. The playground, usually a place of joy and laughter, now looked eerie and deserted. Lily was a 16-year-old girl with long, curly auburn hair and a petite frame. She wore a simple hoodie and jeans, her eyes wide with fear as she darted through the shadows, trying to stay out of sight. The sound of heavy, labored breathing behind her told her the old man was close. The man following Lily was a gaunt figure, his face etched with deep lines and eyes that burned with a terrifying intensity. His clothes were ragged, and he moved with a disturbing mix of slowness and determination. In his hand, he clutched a long, rusty knife, its blade catching the faint light and glinting menacingly. His name was Harold, a once ordinary man whose mind had shattered into 1,000 pieces over the years. Now, he was a predator, prowling the night for his next victim. His breath came in harsh rasps as he pursued Lily, a twisted smile playing on his lips. Sarah's voice came through the phone, grounding Lily in the midst of her terror. Lily, can you tell me where you are now? I'm near the swings, Lily whispered, crouching behind a bush. She peeked out and saw Harold's silhouette moving slowly through the park, searching for her. Stay hidden, Lily. Help is on the way. Just stay on the line with me, Sarah urged, her own fear masked by her professional demeanor. Harold's voice cut through the night, low and mocking. Come out, little girl. I know you're here somewhere. Lily's heart pounded in her chest. She clutched the phone, trying to control her breathing. She could hear the sirens in the distance, but they seemed so far away. Harold stopped, his head tilting as if he could sense her. He turned sharply, heading straight for the bush where Lily was hiding. Panic surged through her, and she bolted from her hiding place, sprinting towards the playground. "No," she screamed, her voice filled with pure terror. "Help me!" Sarah's heart ached as she listened, feeling helpless miles away in the call center. "Lily, keep running. They're almost there." But Harold was faster than he looked. He lunged at Lily, grabbing her by the arm and pulling her towards him. She screamed, thrashing and kicking, trying to break free. The knife glinted in his hand, and he raised it high. In a desperate bid, Lily bit down on Harold's hand, causing him to cry out in pain and loosen his grip. She stumbled back, but he was on her again in an instant, slashing wildly. The blade caught her side, and she fell to the ground, gasping for breath. Sarah's voice came through the phone, frantic now. "Lily! Lily, talk to me!" Lily's phone had fallen from her hand, landing on the ground a few feet away. Harold loomed over her, his eyes devoid of any humanity. He raised the knife again, and Lily, with the last of her strength, tried to crawl away. The sirens were louder now, almost there, but it was too late. Harold's knife came down, and Lily's scream pierced the night, cutting off abruptly as she took her last breath. Sarah heard everything. The scream, the sickening thud of the knife, and then silence. Tears streamed down her face as she listened, praying for any sign of life. "Lily, please." The police arrived moments later, their lights flashing as they rushed into the park. They found Harold standing over Lily's lifeless body, his knife dripping with blood. He didn't resist as they tackled him to the ground, his twisted smile still in place. Sarah sat at her desk, numb with shock. She had heard many things in her years as a 911 operator, but this was something that would haunt her forever. She took a deep breath and composed herself, knowing she had to remain professional. But inside, she was broken. Officer Daniels, a tall man with a stern face and a kind heart, was the first to speak to Sarah after the incident. "Mitchell, are you okay?" Sarah nodded, though she didn't trust her voice. She took a moment to gather herself before speaking. "I heard everything, Daniels. Every last moment." Daniels sighed heavily. "We got the bastard. He won't hurt anyone else." The night was still and quiet again, but the peace was shattered for Sarah and for the town. Lily's death cast a long shadow, and the memory of her final moments lingered in the hearts of those who heard her story. Sarah continued her work, but she was never the same. Every call she took, she remembered Lily's voice, the terror and desperation. She vowed to do everything in her power to prevent another tragedy, but the weight of that night would always be with her. The park, once a place of joy, became a somber reminder of the horrors that could lurk in the darkness. And though Harold was locked away, the fear remained, for in the dead of night, when the shadows were long and the world was silent, the memory of Lily's final call echoed in the minds of those who heard it, a chilling reminder of the fragility of life and the ever-present darkness that could strike without warning.